Sorry for all this confusion and chaos, but it is what it is and we have to make the best of it. So you received this question paper today. It's a pre-test and it looks similar to your test tomorrow. So hierdie toets is regtig baie soortgelyk. Ek gaan nou hierdie vraag stel, vragie vir vragie met julle deurwerk. Ek gaan dit vragie vir vragie ook aan julle aanstuur. En dan sal ek nou hier en daar, ek het julle toets van môre ook gekry en gesien. So I'll just say somewhere a few things that maybe looks a bit different in your test tomorrow, but 95% of the test look the same tomorrow. Okay, so let's start with question 1. Ja, ek gaan met die Engelse vraestel werk, want die Afrikaanse een het hulle vertaal vanaf die Engelse een, so ek gaan Afrikaans-Engels nou maar so switch, want julle wat die Afrikaanse een het, julle sal sien, hier byvoorbeeld, by vraag 2 tekenings, mens kry nie iets soos tekenings, dis onttrekkings, so daar so bykie snaakse goed in die Afrikaanse boek, omdat hulle hom Google Translate het. Okay, question 1, concepts analysis of transactions. So, môre in julle toets, begin julle ook met so kolom A by kolom B. Ek het nou daarbo het ek woorde geskryf wat dalk nou in môre se toets min of meer sal wees. So ek gaan vir julle ietsie stuur oor daai goedjies, as ek het so kan sê. I'm going to send you a few things about those words, explaining them. But yeah, just remember they're going to ask other words with other explanations. But yes, let's start with this one. So you have an answer book as well, where you write in all your answers. And please write your name on the answer book. I see this one doesn't have a space for your name, but I hope tomorrow's one will have, but just put your name somewhere for me. Okay, so let's begin with the first one. Owner's equity. We need to get a explanation from column B that's about owner's equity. The owner used the business money to pay his private bills. Sê hy nie, wel dalk is dit hy. Ons gaan nou weer verder kyk. Maar mens noem dit eintlik onttrekkings, drawings, but it's part of owner's equity, so we'll see now. Then the conservative way of recording, the document used to record, the debtor who owes. What we have credited must also be debited, and the money the owner has invested in a business after subtracting all liabilities. Nou daai ene klink vir my baie meer soos eienaarsbelang as wat daai een doen. Soos ek sê, onttrekkings is 'n gedeelte van eienaarsbelang, maar dit is nie eienaarsbelang nie. So daai enetjie F, in die Afrikaans praat hulle, of sê hulle, die geld wat die eienaar in die besigheid belê het, nadat al die laste afgetrek is. So, yes, the first one, 1.1, is F. 1.2, duplicate invoice. So, an invoice is a type of document. So, we need to get something of a document. No, that's the owner, conservative way. Here's a document, there's a debtor, and what must be credited must be debited. Okay, I think it's that one. Let's just read through it. The document used to record goods sold on credit. Die dokument is gebruik om goedere wat op krediet verkoop is aan te teken. Dit is 100% korrek. So, tweede enetjie is C. Okay, en mens gee so merkies. Okay, 1.3, double entry principle, in Afrikaans die dubbel inskrywingsbeginsel, en in Afrikaans is dit vir elke debit is daar krediet, of wat ons gekrediteer het, moet ook gedebiteer word. Now in the English, it is what we have credited must also be debited. So that one is letter E. Okay. Then 1.4, prudence. In Engels, in Afrikaans, omsigtigheidsbeginsel. Nou, prudence, ja, prudence, I think the English word actually describes it more than the Afrikaans one. Yeah, it's like maybe, I can always explain it with girls. You are prude when you cover everything. When you still do the old way of things, like being in a relationship and then marrying and then kids, to do it the conservative way, die conservatiewe manier, die oudtydse manier, as ek het so kan stel. Now, in accounting, nothing to do with relationships, but it's that one, the conservative way of recording, being cautious when making judgments. So, once again, with girls, if you dress well and you cover up everything, you are cautious with how you look. So, die Afrikaanse bewoording is die conservatiewe manier van aanteken om versigtig te wees wanneer jy besluit maak. So, the prudence principle is letter B. Okay, and then we have A and D left. So, the entity rule, by die Afrikaans is the entiteitsreël. Okay, so a debtor who owed 2,465 was written off as bad debt and has disappeared. Nee, ek weet nie of julle al dit gedoen het nie, but it's not that one. Let's look at A. The owner used the business money to pay his private bills and the amount was recorded as drawings. In Afrikaans sê dit die eienaar het die besigheid se geld gebruik om privaat rekeninge te betaal en die bedrag is as onttrekkings aangeteken. Ja, dis 'n besigheid entiteitsbeginsel. Nou dit beteken, as jy as eienaar 'n besigheid begin, dan moet jy jou besigheidse boekhouding en jou privaat boekhouding of jou privaat finansies apart hou. Want anders gaan jy jou besigheidse finansies opgebruik vir al jou persoonlike goed. Jy gaan lekker gaan uit eet en alles en jy gaan mal gaan en dan het jy op die ouene niks meer in jou besigheid oor nie. So the entity rule says that you should keep apart your business money and the money of the owner. And this is it. So yes, you can use the business money to pay your private bills, but you have to record it. And you have to record it and say that it was for private. Now the word for private is drawings of onttrekkings dan nou in Afrikaans. So 1.5 is letter A. Okay. Hier stop ek eers, ek stuur hom gou vir julle en dan doen ons die analysis of transactions.